And we're live.
Wow.
Yeah. That's quickly interesting always to me how fast when you push the button there, you go live. So we're on the Waukee Talkie again.
Yeah,
we got a very special guest, Chloe.
Yeah, we do.
This time we didn't duct tape our special guest up in the back. I guess that's like not really well liked. Something about laws and kidnapping.
Well, here's what it was really.
I appreciate it.
After the episode was over, right, we got some harsh feedback.
Right, from our guests.
But here's really the strategy.
So
what we found was, I'm pretty sure, we haven't tested this one yet.
Right.
But if we don't take the duct tape off, they don't give feedback.
Right.
So we should be good in that case.
Well, as long as we take the duct tape off of the guests when they're, at some point during the episode, then they can talk and contribute, right?
Well, right, but if we don't take it off, then we don't get the negative feedback. It's really a trade-off.
Right. I guess they can only complain about it if they have been duct taped.
Speaking of trade-offs,
then released
and
from the
history,
duct tape.
and Adolfs.
Adolfs.
In 1933, this is really the only thing significant. Basically the whole week.
Right.
We're jumping right in, by the way. You didn't see it coming. It's here. 1933. What happened was Hindenburg or somebody, they were like they were like, hey, we don't have a parliament anymore, but we do have this Hitler guy.
No, you win some, you lose some.
But they got a Hitler guy.
Oh, that sounds
like a lose.
Like a lose some.
Yeah.
So they lost some and then they lost some.
Yeah.
Well, you lose some.
And that's what happened in history.
Yep. So that is the conclusion of the episode. Thank you guys all for watching.
Well, actually, I was thinking we could not.
Oh.
And then we could talk some more. What?
Nothing. So you got Hitler.
I don't.
No, you don't have Hitler.
No.
There's a Hitler.
There was.
He's the chancellor. He requests that they disband Parliament.
Yeah.
And then
it was appealed.
He starts chancelling or something to that effect?
There was a lot of chancelling.
Okay. Is that like canceling?
I think he did some canceling too.
Oh.
But I think they're separate.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think it was very fair.
Yeah. The chanceling and the canceling are not the same.
Yeah. In other news, well, I mean, I could give some other news, but that was the only significant thing. So, say you were making a snack cracker, right?
Okay. A snack cracker.
Say, okay, do you think pickle flavored goldfish would sell well?
I wouldn't personally like it.
How do you know?
I don't like pickles.
How do you know?
Because I eat them and then I go, oh man, I didn't like that much.
Why do you eat them then?
Because my mom tells me, like, you don't know that you won't like it unless you try it.
But you're trying to tell me that
I say, but Mom, I haven't liked them the last 58 times that we had pickles. Why would this be any different? And she says, your taste buds change every 2 weeks. Which is technically true. The cells that are in your tongue that make up your taste buds change every 2 weeks or so. But they're the same cells, like they're descended from the same cells. They have the same genetic makeup and all that.
They have heritage.
They inherit the traits of the previous cells. And as a result of such, you still don't like pickles.
Me?
Well, you can like whatever you like.
Then why'd you say I don't like pickles?
Well, your cells and my cells are not the same cells.
That's even more evidence to say that you shouldn't have said I still don't like pickles.
But I still don't like pickles. It's a hypothetical you in this case.
Oh.
So like
a female sheep that doesn't actually exist?
Right.
Okay. On even shakier grounds, okay?
Right.
Unisex bathrooms. Why are they called unisex? Why not bisex? Or Here was a proposition I heard: polysex bathrooms.
Well, I think the bathroom is it only has one gender.
The bathroom is gendered?
Is gendered, but it's just it's
sure,
like mono-gendered sort of. Like
okay.
It only has one gender.
So then, if you take a bathroom that isn't unisex, a guy's bathroom, because usually the ones that aren't unisex are either guys or girls, right?
Right.
Are they the gender associated that enters them, or are they the other one?
Well, I think the whole concept is that you can identify as a different gender and then enter that bathroom.
Sure, but if you're saying that these bathrooms have a gender, are guys' bathroom guys?
No, they don't have a gender. Only the bathrooms that are for all genders have a gender.
We've seen the coincidence of.
If you're
so far.
just a boys' bathroom,
maybe someday we'll see a unisex men's bathroom, and then we'll know. Oh, that men's bathroom has a gender.
Is a boy
or a girl.
I mean, I guess if I were a boy, I wouldn't like to. Or if I were a male bathroom, I'd probably want females around, not males.
Well, think about it. That's why they say unisex and not this bathroom is male.
Right.
So that they can get both people in.
Because if I were the men's room, I'd probably rather be a girl than a guy. Like, I wouldn't want to be the same sex as the people that were going into the
you're getting kind of frisky.
Well, what do you do in a bath? I mean, that's kind of
I sometimes use the bathroom without getting frisky.
Well, no, it's
very
not
frequently.
It's not the fact that you're getting frisky as the person using the bathroom. It's that if you're the bathroom, like, what else are you supposed to do, really?
You just gotta get frisky.
You have. Well, it's kind of a requisite.
Oh. I didn't know you were so well educated in these ways.
I'm such educated. I'm such educational. You have edgy, and then you have education.
And edgy gigas.
And then and edgy ice, that doesn't make any sense. It should be edge ice, but we don't worry about that. And edgy rock and edgy steel. I might have said one of those two earlier, but so that just means there's two of them. Also, we're really not gonna have a great reputation with people coming on the show. The first guy that came in here we duct taped up, and I'm a little concerned that the second one has turned into a horse.
Holy crap! Do we break? Do we just keep going?
I think we have to keep.
I'm a chill dude, guys. I promise.
Oh, I guess it's a chill horse.
Chill horse.
This dude was wanting to. Okay, he's gonna stop. It's fine.
Okay. How about those horse bathrooms, though?
The horse bathrooms.
Horse bathrooms.
Now, you did. What happened to the person that was on earlier?
Who?
Chloe. Like, she okay?
Is that not?
I'm not aware.
Oh, okay.
You aren't aware, or in this scenario you don't know?
I aren't aware.
Oh.
He ain't aware.
That horse ain't aware. He aren't
aware.
aware.
That horse aren't aware.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new guest on the show. This horse aren't aware.
Basically, I'm just gonna assume that our previous guest is okay. Mm-hmm. Because at this point it's too late to do anything about it. Mm-hmm. And we're just gonna hope and pray. And then hope
and pray.
And pray.
Maybe
that
she watched the second episode and she thought you guys were gonna do the same thing.
Did you watch the second episode? Did you watch it?
Wait, there's a second episode?
Yeah.
You wanna put this on?
That should shut him up.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
What do you think the best size for subs is? Like, you got Subway at 12 inches, right? You got Cousins at...
But Subway, you have the option of... It's 6 or 12 at
sure,
Subway.
but each one has a half and a
Right.
full.
Well,
and I think there's a 16.
so-
Is Jimmy John 16?
So Cousins has a 7.5 and a 15.
Sure.
Firehouse, and I like Firehouse a lot because they got, like, they heat it up, right? So you get the warm meat going, which is pretty
You can get that at Subway, too.
That's true, but Firehouse puts so much meat on. Like, it's...
Yeah.
That's a good sub. I like Firehouse. They got 4, 8, or 12.
Okay.
So they got some options.
Yeah. But if you want 6, you gotta go to Subway.
If you want 6, you gotta go to Subway. I don't know why you'd want 6 when 7.5 is an option. Like, I don't want to eat that much. It's like that one Tenacious D song where he's like, I'm on a diet, so he orders the small size of just everything that's on the menu.
Yeah.
And keeps talking about how he's on a diet. Like,
Yeah.
you might as well just splurge on that extra 1.5 inches. Because it's a good sub. Like, I don't want to get cut off at 6. I'll take 7.5.
What stops you from going to 8?
My religion.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, if you read 2nd Mark, do you remember the verse?
2nd Mark 13:6?
Is that this chicken delivers or the one about...
No, that's 2nd Mark 17:5.
17:5, this chicken delivers.
Amen.
2nd Mark 13:6.
Mm-hmm.
Do not eat a sub which is greater in length than 7.5 inches, but less than 9.
See, mine translation said 4 and 18.
Yours translation said 4 and 18?
It did.
You better get one of those big subs, like the long ones.
The 19 inches.
Well, like those party ones where it just keeps going the whole table and then you can kind of cut it up and hand it out. But you got to eat the whole thing.
You think when Jimmy John's starts delivering a sub like that they've finished the end of it yet? Or are they still working on that thing?
Let me ask you, if you have a sub that's 20 inches, so you're good.
Oh, I'm more than good.
Right?
I'm good for days.
You start eating that sub, right? You're good for days. Let's say you eat 10 inches off of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're done for the day because you're good for days. You're going to split this up across multiple days, right?
Yeah.
When you pull that thing out, is that a 10-inch sub? Because you can't eat that thing.
What you say?
You just ate 10 inches off your 20-inch sub.
Sure. Yeah.
So now you pull it out the second day. Now you got a 10-inch sub.
Sure.
Can you eat this 10-inch sub? That seems like you're on shaky ground there.
Oh, because it's between the initial parameters.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to be faithful. This is a red light.
You got it.
This is a red light.
This is me stopping at a red light.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you.
It seems like you were not going to be stopping at that red light.
But I did stop at the red light.
You're welcome.
I can't even prove that I was going to stop at the red light.
I know.
I see you in the camera mirror. You think you're real cheeky, grinning over there, maybe whispering some stuff to the camera. But just I know what you're up to. I also see a horse. I'm a little bit more concerned about the horse
Did
than
we
I am about
figure
you.
out why there's a horse in
We
here?
did not figure out why
how
there's
there
a
came
horse
to
in
be
here.
a horse in here, and if
My
it was
guess
our
is that
original
it
guest.
climbed in. Are you Chloe? It's not Chloe.
Okay. That's good. I don't think horses can lie. Right?
I don't know. This one seems to have an affection for the back of your headrest, though.
Oh, yeah? At least it's not lying.
He's just kind of eating it. Oh, now he knows. He thinks we're onto him.
Oh, I did just realize while I was shaking my head no. The tape did come loose.
Oh.
He's tattling on himself.
Dang.
He's escaped his parameters.
Of course, I'm an honest horse. I cannot lie.
That is a fair point.
Are all horses honest?
Mostly.
Which
That's
one
good.
isn't?
Satan horse.
Oh, Satan Horse.
Satan Horse.
I
That's a
don't
band
like
name.
that guy.
That's a band name right there.
Oh yeah, you got a band.
Good
too.
evening, Sao Paulo, Brazil. We are Satan Horse,
We're gonna play a blues groove.
and we're gonna play a blues vamp.
And that would be Satan Horse. Oh, they're still going. Encore.
Ska! Yeah. Hey, do you ever find out what happened with that 13th Wave Ska band?
13th Wave Ska Band?
Yeah.
I hear that after falling apart in 2165, they got back together for a brief period because their hit single went big after they broke up, you know?
Like after the fire?
Yeah, there was a fire. And then they got back together and they made an even bigger fire because when they went big, they had more funds and were able to
That
have
makes
larger
sense.
pyrotechnics.
They stay together for a while after that, or they just kind of do their reunion tour and call it quits?
The thing is, they did a few more albums and each one got bigger, but they realized there was like a maximum size pyrotechnics get to. And when they
Sure.
had enough money to get stuff like that, after that album, they were done.
Right, because there's, I mean,
You
gotta
can't
know where
go
to
anywhere from there.
That's fair.
You gotta know when to walk away.
When to run, when to drive around
Aimlessly.
aimlessly without a purpose.
That's Gandhi, right?
Well, that's just covered under aimlessly. The name of this road is called Linebarger. Not the one we're on, just the one that's like back there.
Yeah. The name of that building is Subway.
That's a weird one. Here's Trowbridge.
Yeah.
This house is
Can we
kinda
get a
cool.
Can we get a round of applause for Trowbridge?
Thank you, thank you. So, I'm kind of curious now, because at first I was a little worried.
Yeah.
But there is a horse in the back. And I don't know much about horses, but this one seems like he can talk.
Only the truth.
Only the truth. He cannot lie. So,
He's like George Washington.
Are
Have you ever
you-
cut down a cherry tree?
That was Abraham Lincoln, sir.
no, that was Honest Abe was Abraham Lincoln, but George Washington cut down the cherry tree.
Yeah, but he had to
You
tell his
just-
father because he was honest.
I
right?
think you just lied.
No, I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
He was just
A horse
mistaken.
isn't very intelligent. Ignorance isn't necessarily lying.
That's fair.
So you must live in bliss.
Indeed.
Wow. Do you think if I got a concussion, I would live in bliss too?
If you were a horse?
I think you're just ignorant,
Aren't they connected?
just generally.
Ignorance and being a horse kind of are.
What about ignorance and bliss? Or is that just false?
It might be.
That's a fun house. That's a fun painting. And this is a fun show.
Yeah, there's Holt.
So, what is your
Fulmer.
upbringing?
My upbringing,
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
meaning,
There's no road.
Where did you grow up?
on the West Coast.
On the West Coast, yeah.
Of
By Los
Lake
Angeles.
Michigan.
What was that?
By Los Angeles. You know
Los
that big city
Angeles,
in
like,
California.
oh, California. I was thinking Los Angeles, Wisconsin.
Property
See,
like right
okay,
next to
so
the
I'm
beach.
thinking, if you are referencing from the perspective of the U.S., then the West Coast is like L.A., San Francisco.
Which is east of the
But
ocean.
for the purposes of being the Pacific Ocean, that would be the East Coast.
Right?
So it's kind of interesting. We live right next to the Lake Michigan in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
We got the coast, but this would be the west coast of Lake Michigan.
Right?
Like, we wouldn't call this the East Coast.
That'd be kind of goofy of us.
Right.
Yeah. So, do you take back what you say and actually were you raised up on the East Coast or do you still think you were raised on the West Coast?
There's merit to both positions.
I don't think that was born, actually.
Oh.
Now that you guys bring up these facts.
Yeah. Okay. Come to think of it, I don't remember being born either.
Well, there's no evidence to suggest that you were.
I think a lot of people don't. A lot of horses definitely don't.
That's fair. Is a person and a horse... Well, do you consider yourself a person?
No. I'm a horse.
So when you say people, you could refer to people or horses?
Well, usually when I say people, I refer to my people.
That's fair.
I wouldn't say that people are necessarily have to be human.
I can gel with that. Have you ever considered that horses have a ridiculous affinity to sugar cubes that they maybe shouldn't necessarily?
Oh yeah, sugar cubes are good.
Like if you're a sugar cube, you have a higher percent chance of getting eaten by a horse than you do of getting eaten by a human.
Have you ever had a sugar cube?
I've never had a sugar cube.
Really?
There you go, that's why.
I used to pop them when I was bored and I don't remember where I was, but someone was talking too long.
That explains how you ended up like you, and I ended up like me. Or maybe it doesn't explain that at all.
Somewhere,
I'm sure it affected it somehow.
yeah. Or maybe I didn't end up like me, because we can't prove I was born.
Well, you're here now. That's the important part.
Breaking news. We just drove past a gas station called Quick, spelled Q-U-I-C-K. How did that happen? Nobody knows. But,
This looks like a fun place.
yeah.
We're in St. Francis right now.
We were in Cudahy.
Funny that... Oh, we're in Cudahy right now. We was in St. Francis, but now we's not. I stand corrected. But I'm not standing.
You sit corrected, my guy.
Sort of stand corrected.
Stop
debatably.
standing corrected. It's kind of gross.
Sorry.
Say for instance, okay? You and your family, okay?
Sure.
You go on a road trip, okay?
Alright.
And you're driving, okay?
Okay.
And then you arrive, okay?
Right.
Where did you go?
Colorado.
Okay? Thank you.
Yeah.
What was your favorite kind of book to check out when you went to the library?
The only time we ever really went to the library was like at school, because you'd have the library and then you'd have to check out a book,
Really?
and then
Oh, because there was reading time and you...
right, and then
go
you'd
without
bring
that.
it home with you because why not? It's a book. It's probably pretty cool.
Dude, they have, like, variable pages. They show different things depending on which one you're on.
But there were never really any points in time where I was like, yeah, this is a great book. I think the first time I really got into a book series was probably A to Z Mysteries.
Oh, sure.
Do you remember those?
Yeah, it was like
The Shiznik.
I was gonna say an example, like the
But it was
Grafton
the Shiznik.
giraffe or something, you know? And then there'd
Yeah,
be a story
yeah.
about the giraffe and Grafton.
Well, I remember... Actually, I don't know that I do remember. I know the one with P was a panda. Somebody hit a panda bear.
They hit a panda?
in the basement of a swimming pool. It was a baby
They
panda.
hit a panda.
No, they hid.
Oh.
In the basement of a swimming pool.
Pools kind of
And then
go...
they wanted $1 million ransom for it or something.
So you think about a floor, okay?
Sure.
The reason you can have a basement is because the floor isn't 12 feet deep. If you have a pool, that is the one thing you can't
it's
have.
the pool facility. It wasn't like underneath the actual pool.
Oh, okay.
Right? And they put it down there, and then you had the heroes of the story are the main characters, Josh, Dink, and Ruth Rose.
I forgot about those guys. Those are the real OGs. Freaking Dink.
I have to wonder though
Freckles and red hair, I think.
No, I think that was Josh. Dink was like
it?
the nerd.
I could have sworn Dink was the...
Like, I remember one time Josh had this riddle because Dink was helping to hand out some papers. And he goes, teacher's pet. When Dink gets sick, he goes to the vet. That's not a riddle. That's a mocking joke. I don't know why I said riddle, but it was the thing he said. Maybe I was thinking of rhyme. Airport's over there. I don't know how well you guys are all going to be able to see it. But
You won't see it at all.
It's going to... Yeah, it's...
You're gonna have to take our word on this one. Or his. I don't actually agree. I think there's just a bunch of blue lights, white lights, yellow lights, red lights.
Terminals, control towers.
And a big parking garage.
With planes in it.
No, the planes are next to the parking garage. But I don't think it's an airport.
I guess I thought you were referring to the hangar as a parking garage to skirt around your idiocy and thinking that that's not an airport.
I don't think it's an airport.
You're welcome to not think that.
Thank you.
No, I mean, like, you can not think. You're welcome to stop thinking that that's not an airport.
Oh. No. So.
No, I insist.
I thought you just said I was welcome.
Yeah, you're not welcome to think that.
Oh, okay, I'll keep thinking.
No, you're not welcome to think that. You need to stop. Like, what you're doing right now is not acceptable.
Okay.
And I will not stand for this.
You're not standing. Don't. It's really gross.
Correct. I'm not standing.
That's
right
okay.
now.
I think we've sorted everything out. You're not standing for this, and I'm believing this.
No. Like, I will not allow this at all. It's banished from being allowed.
Seems like the only punishment is you continuing to sit.
I will stand for this.
Don't do it.
Yeah? You don't like it when I stand in the car?
No, it's gross.
It's gross.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
Does it
do you have a name?
disgust you?
No.
No.
I am Horseman.
Horseman. No. So you do
you're
have a name?
Part man?
Horseman can stand.
Part man?
I have hands.
Shoot.
Part horse?
His hands. Holy crap, I didn't see those earlier. Yeah. Congratulations on having hands.
Indeed.
Very proud.
For the
Very
past,
proud.
20 minutes I've been trying to find some fun facts about my species.
Yeah?
I've been unable to
How's
find
that going for
single
you?
one.
Poorly?
Yeah.
What do you like to eat?
Grass mostly.
Yeah, but they don't have that at McDonald's.
You want a 10-piece nugs?
Mm,
Of course, it's
what are
entirely...
herbivores?
They're probably closed, actually.
This place is
They're not. Hi, can we please get a 10-piece McNuggets? Just the McNuggets? Can we do some ranch?
Okay.
Or do you like barbecue? I guess we're going with ranch. And then can I get a number 9? Again, just the cheeseburgers. And then can I get 2 McChickens?
So you wanted 2 cheeseburgers?
2 cheeseburgers and then 2 McChickens.
Okay.
And with the McChickens we do no lettuce.
Okay.
That is all.
Alright. Your total will be $8.47.
Appreciate it.
Why do you appreciate your total? I don't think it will appreciate, to be honest.
The only thing that I would have actually eaten on that burger is the lettuce. And you literally asked for it without lettuce.
I don't like you.
This is unreal.
You're too truthful. You're putting to shame my sinful nature.
The fact of the matter is I just don't like you.
But I can rotate my ears 180 degrees. Did you know that?
What a great misfortune.
Indeed.
Can
We
you
only
do it?
have
Or
$6.
just horses
oh, look,
in
I found
general?
more
No,
money.
I'm Horseman. Horseman doesn't have these.
Oh, sure.
847.
Abe's got his face cut off here. There you go. If you were Abe Lincoln, would you want to get your face cut off?
Historically, or if I were just him right now?
Right now.
Yeah.
And why do you feel this way?
Well, I'm kind of a man of action, actually. And one of the options, you're not doing much.
That's understandable.
Did you want the receipt?
No thanks.
Over there.
You too.
Horseman probably would have eaten the receipt.
Actually, receipts have toxic chemicals on
Oh, yeah?
them. Yeah?
Did you just Google that?
No.
Oh.
Horses don't feel.
What are you doing to learn
Bing.
facts about your species?
Oh, they bing, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Why do horses bing?
Yeah, 2020 penny. Where the heck is the camera here? I think it's this guy. Kind of shiny. Like, look at that gleam.
Wow.
And glisten. It's glistening.
That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever glistened?
Infrequently, but sometimes if I'm feeling real special, I'll just like take a stick of butter out and rub it all over my face.
Yeah.
See, okay, it was my dad's birthday a few weeks ago, and we
Sure.
were trying to get him birthday presents at the Home Depot, because everybody's always like, oh, where do I shop for dads? The Home Depot.
Right.
And I was like, okay, we're already here.
I would go to Menards.
That's fair. But we didn't. And my mom was like, what should we get him? And she really didn't like my suggestion. My dad's kind of a goofy guy. But also, sometimes we mess up, okay? So I said, why don't we get him this WD-40 so when we mess up he can slather our bellies and slide us down the hallway. She didn't like that idea so much. Yeah, I feel like that'd be kind of
Well, is WD-40 toxic?
not on your belly.
I think it might be made of horses, actually.
Of horses?
You should have.
So you're already
Certain
slippery?
chemicals are made of horses, yeah.
So you're already slippery?
They should call
Decline to comment.
Bing Bibga.
I think this guy's slippery.
We
What
should
did you
kick
say
him.
about me, fool?
Oh, shoot. Mr. Horseman, I didn't mean no disrespect. I'm a journalist. Trying to get the.
Oh, thank you. Hold on.
I
We
didn't
can.
know that you were a journalist.
Not you,
know,
you're
should've told me.
We can resolve this.
Oh,
This is my McChicken.
this is McChicken.
This is your cheeseburger. And this is your cheeseburger.
You.
I guess I only. Oh no, I get 2 McChickens. That's good because I ordered 2 McChickens.
That is my favorite quantity.
Okay.
too.
I know you might be an herbivore,
But you should try these. These are pretty good.
but have some nugs. I also got you ranch dipping sauce
Is this,
and
is this
ranch
vegetarian?
dipping sauce. That is vegan ranch.
Contains egg milk.
I guess it's not vegan then.
Oh,
It's vegetarian milk.
It's vegetarian ranch. And a McChicken.
I think a while ago we were talking about like movie theaters and how basically all the cost is up front, right? And it's interesting that
Well,
this was like a year or two ago, but now that COVID hit, AMC was like almost out of business, right? That's where this whole scandal
you gotta
came
pay
from.
for the licensing to get the movies, which isn't
Sure.
that expensive. Screening them is
Dirt cheap.
pretty cheap. You gotta pay for power, but I mean, you spend the entire movie with the lights off.
Right.
Like, it's just that projector that's running.
Yeah. So it's crazy that, I mean, I guess if your business model is so dependable and so cheap, you would have budgeted to expand pretty quick, where if something like this does strike, you're not just sitting on enough money to survive. So maybe that's why they went out of business. Or do you think it has to do more with the fact that people are streaming a lot now? Horseman, what are your views on the media
See,
market?
here's the crazy part. You
Hey,
get a place like...
trying to listen to
well,
the
hold
horse.
on. You get a place like Marcus Theaters.
Yeah.
They got like maybe 4 people in the cinema every time a movie goes. Like when I go with my dad, barely anybody there. We're very frequently the only people there.
But do you
But
go
they're
on
still-
release? You don't
They're
go on
totally
release night.
churning a profit on that.
You don't go on release night or the next day. That's where they make their money.
I think they're
Make
still
money
turning a
every day.
profit on 2 people in that room. Like,
Sure.
what is their expensive? Popcorn? We're paying more for that. That's dirt cheap. Soda? Again, drinks are dirt cheap if you're the person selling them.
Yeah.
Tickets are very expensive, though, at least in the horse world. At least on release day.
Oh, really?
I remember them being like $10 each.
$10 a pop.
Do you guys have similar prices?
Yeah, you pay $10 for a ticket.
Yeah. Even more sometimes.
They're probably paying $1 to film that or to screen that movie. Like you
Do
just
they-
gotta
do they
have.
pay per
Not per person. That's like how much is
Right.
going into it total.
Is it per person that they have to pay?
No.
No,
Or
the
do they
theater
pay a
doesn't.
one-time
No,
fee?
the theater pays for the rights to screen the movie.
To one person or per person?
No, just total.
Okay.
That's fair. Okay, you assume that, say, the rights
Got
to
the tunnel.
screen it are like.
Tunnel, buddy. Horse.
So
Horseman.
hold your breath. I don't know if horses know this, but when you go under a tunnel, you have to hold your breath, otherwise the entire structure could collapse.
Right.
Oh, I see. Fun fact, horses cannot breathe through their mouth.
Really?
Indeed. So if you saw me chewing there, that's why. Anyway, I'm confused. So how is it that the more people that go see a movie, the more money they make the more money that movie makes? Is that not through it getting screened more at theaters?
That's a fair point. I wonder if they just get a cut of the ticket.
Right.
No, because then I feel like you could scale your theaters. I feel like if a town's small enough, then they just can't afford the rights.
What
Like,
if
there's
they
a
pay
flat
per
rate
ticket?
underneath the whole thing. There has to be.
There might be some kind of law that like you have to sell a movie at a consistent price. I don't know. That's a fair point though. Although again, if you're getting a cut of the theater sales, you really don't care where those sales are coming from.
Right.
Like if you're the movie theater, you're gonna make $3 whether somebody sees it in New York City in like a theater in downtown or something, or if they see it in Saukville Market.
I feel like you can just inflate everything in a big city.
that may be, but you're still making a profit if somebody in Marcus in Saukville sees it. Why
Oh,
wouldn't
sure,
you want
sure.
them to see it? Like it doesn't really cost. I mean, what does it cost you? The price of shipping the reel?
Sure.
Oh, they're not digital?
Do we stop recording or something?
No.
Sure.
I just. So yeah. The reel wouldn't even really be it. Like, you think about how industrious our shipping market is, that would be a non-cost.
Sure.
I don't know, once you've acquired the reel, are you allowed to stream it? Does that come with the certificate, or do you have to, like...
Wait, what do you mean real?
That's another thing. You were saying your dad was at a theater where the audio was going, but the movie wasn't playing. I would have assumed by this time everything would be digital and they wouldn't even ship them, but...
I'm fairly certain. I really don't know. I do not know. But I'm pretty sure that they still stick a reel on that projector. Because it was projecting white, or like nothing.
Right. I mean, there's also a good chance it was just digital and something didn't get plugged in, you know? I would wager that if given the technology, we have digital, everybody's using this. freaking nobody's gonna keep using reels. It's just not economic.
Yeah, I once had a horse friend who worked at a feeder.
Yeah?
The manager showed him like the computer where
No, did
they
he?
had all the horse movies stored on them.
Well, there you go.
What's the horse? What
Why-
are the biggest horse hits?
Horse hits.
Mm-hmm.
Jaws.
Jaws. Are the characters? What's the cast? Like, is it a shark or like an evil horse or?
No, it's a shark.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Jaws?
Sure, I've seen human Jaws.
Human Jaws. Oh, okay. Oh, so yeah, the sharks are there. It's just instead of a human on the fishing boat, it would be horses on the boat.
Also, I lied to you. I'm a human, so I can do that. I haven't seen Jaws,
Oh.
but
Basically, it's a story about a big shark attacking a bunch of horses that are swimming.
oh, sharks attack the horses.
Yeah.
Sure.
And fun fact, horses can actually swim.
They
Just like
can?
every other mammal.
Oh, I was gonna say it makes sense that they can swim. I thought you said can't at first, and that would have been a bit silly, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And then all the horses get onto a boat and have to hunt this shark.
Yeah. Okay.
They end up throwing like a canister of compressed air into its mouth, and then they shoot it.
I didn't want to cut you off when you were talking about Jaws, because I like Jaws. It's a good movie. Horse and human version.
Have you ever seen the horse version of Jaws?
I have seen the horse version. It's actually
Really?
quite good. Yeah, I have another friend who's a horse.
Oh.
Actually, his name is Mick.
Oh. Can horses be named Mick? Okay. I've been wondering that for a while.
Told you his name was Mick.
Well, humans can lie,
That's fair.
That's right, horses can act.
Anyway,
and I just didn't think horses could be named Mick.
regarding my dad in the movie theater, because I know that you're all wondering now because I didn't go into the story, but it was sort of brought up. That dude was kind of at an ankle.
He was kind of sliding too.
You got a bunch of dudes in the movie theater. The audio's playing for the previews, but the screen ain't showing anything. It's got like the backlight and everything, but there's no actual film going on or whatever.
But
And
they
so-
got the sound.
But they got the sound. So my dad does this really cool like dog thing, and I don't know exactly how it goes, but I think it's something along the lines of this-ish.
A shadow puppet.
Yeah, a shadow puppet for a dog. And so he starts, and everybody's getting kind of pissy. You know, oh my gosh, we're missing the previews. And and he starts doing the shadow puppet dog, and it's like opening its mouth to all the animations and whatnot. It was really funny. I wasn't there.